Channel 7, time for 7 First Alert weather.
Hey, the sunshine and the temperatures just burst forth this afternoon, right? There's 50 degrees for the high temperature. We haven't had a temperature like that since December 10th. So it's been almost 2 months, even though we did have a 49 on the 10th of January. But if you take a look at the average, it's 44. We're 6 degrees above that. It was very cold this morning, so it took a while to get that to warm up, even though the average low happens to be down to 28 degrees. We need moisture, though. There's a storm system coming in on Monday, but it's more wind, it appears, and maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow in the mountains. We could see snow here in the valley, but accumulation doesn't look like it's a lot. And the rest of the week is drying out again. So toward the end of this month and into March, we need a good spring of precipitation. That's what's helped us over years past, and we didn't get it last year. So as you're looking at some of these temperatures for today, still some cold air trapped in the Twin Falls area. Expect that for tomorrow. Highs will be in the upper 30s. However, warmer as you move up into the central mountains, where temperatures could even get into the 40s, and 40 degrees for the high temperature McCall. You see Donnelly with 41 degrees. And then we go down here in the valley, some 40s, upper 40s. Nampa could come close to it again. Same thing for Caldwell. I think we're going to be seeing some haze around in the afternoon. Even though in Boise we've got about a 46, we have a chance anywhere from that 45 to 50 once again. Actually, what was taking place for today is that the inversion actually mixed somewhat. But the elements that's there, the ridge is still in place. So we can't go crazy quite with the temperatures yet, but it was pretty nice today. As you take a look at the air quality, it's back into the low side of the yellow. That's in the moderate level. And then if you look over here throughout the valley locations, which happened to be in the green area earlier, or good category, most of these locations, now they're back into the yellow, which is somewhat of an indication that we still have some of that colder air trapped down here in the valley, so it's still there, even though we have the high temperature today of 50 degrees. And speaking of 50, I shake my head when you look at this. Here's your Super Bowl weather for Sunday. It's going to be fantastic in Los Angeles, and temperatures will be in the mid-80s as you look at the LA versus Cincinnati game, which is going to be on Sunday for the Super Bowl right here on Channel 7, of course. Now, when you take a look at the northwest shot, here's my feeling on this as you look at this ridge of high pressure. So you see that blocking pattern by that circular motion. But still, you have moisture that's coming down into portions of Montana, and we're getting just a little bit down here for southern Idaho. And it's kind of interesting because as we get further into February, we're getting longer days, sun is higher, we're heating just a little bit better, so that's a part of that circulation that's happening. So tomorrow, I've got about a 46, could be even a little bit above that. And you see those temperatures stay into some of those mid-40s, even getting back into some of those upper 40s. It does drop just a little into next week, only with the storm system. That's not an inversion, but the ridge redevelops again, and we start drying out after we get that snow, but windy conditions on Monday, which should push the inversion out at this time.
Yeah, That's what we need. I will say it has made a major difference in my mood having the longer days and more sunshine.
Yep. And I know a lot of people are glad we're not seeing those 30s for highs.
Exactly.
Yep. You got a bright dress, you've got a bright suit.
Yeah, we're bringing it here.
It's here.
Thanks, Rick. All right, coming up, health